This video explains how to use a function for each row of a data frame in the R programming language. So without much talk, let's dive into the R code. As a first step, we need to create some example data, as you can see in lines 2 to 4 of the code. So after running these lines of code, a new data frame called data is appearing at the top right, and we can print this data frame to the bottom in the RStudio console by running line 5. And then you can see that our data frame contains 5 rows and the 3 columns x1, x2 and x3. And the data cells in our data frame contain numeric values. Now let's assume that we want to apply a certain function to each row of this data frame. Or more precisely, in this case, let's assume that we want to calculate the sum using the sum function of each row. Then we can use the apply function, as you can see in line 7. And within the apply function, we need to specify the name of our data set, which is in this case data. Then we need to specify the value 1, which tells the apply function that we should perform a certain operation by rows. And then we need to specify the name of the function that we want to apply. So in this case, we want to use the sum function. So after running line 7 of the code, you can see at the bottom that a new output is returned. And this output shows the sum of each row in our data set. So for instance, 2 plus 7 plus 5 is equal to 14. So in this first example, I have explained how to use the apply function to apply a certain function to each row of a data frame. However, it's also possible to use the by function in combination with the nrow function for this task, as you can see in line 9. So within the by function, we need to specify the name of our data frame. Then we need to specify all the rows of our data frame. So this creates a vector of values ranging from the first row to the last row of our data frame. And then we need to specify the function that we want to use. So once again, we will use the sum function. So after running line 9 of the code, you can see that another output is returned, which looks quite different compared to the first output. However, the values that are shown in this output are the same as in the previous example. So the sum of the first row is 14, the sum of the second row is 13, and so on. That's all I wanted to explain in this video. In case you want to learn more on this topic, you may check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on my homepage I have recently published a tutorial in which I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video, so you can find it there. If you have liked this video or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to respond to all comments as soon as I can. Furthermore, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified about future video releases. I have already published about 500 videos on this channel and I'm releasing new videos on a daily basis. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.